The fear of marrying my hookup girlfriend. Dear sisters, I have lived in the UK for over a decade now. I mostly come home every year just to spend time with my family back in Ghana, and that's my mom and my siblings. Anytime I come, there is this particular lady my friend linked me up with 5 years ago just to keep me company while I'm in Ghana. My friend actually told me that she's a hookup girl. And the lady also confirmed the same during our first encounter. We had a good time together on our first meeting, and because I kept her in my house where my mom and siblings were and still are, they got to know her. And funny enough, my mom grew fond of her. I wasn't surprised my mom grew fond of her because she's actually a beautiful and fun person to be with. Because I didn't want my mom to know that I just hooked up with a lady, so I introduced her as a lady I met on Facebook before coming to meet her face to face in Ghana. Our interests in each other began to grow as friends, and we even talk and chat anytime we are all free. She makes sure all appointments are cancelled on her table once I'm in Ghana so we can spend time together. Little did I know, my mom has been talking to her more often, and she equally checks on my mom and even visits her at home with items when I'm not in Ghana. My mom started pressuring me to get married last year, and anytime she mentioned that, I tried to give her excuses. She got furious and summoned me to come to Ghana this February to meet my uncles so we can discuss as a family. Because I love my mom so much, I made arrangements to get back home. A meeting was arranged with the family, and then my uncle told me my mom had come to lodge a complaint to them. I have been dating a good girl for 5 years now, and I'm refusing to marry her. Out of shock, I shouted, "Who is that lady my mom is referring to?" And to my surprise, my mom mentioned the name of my hookup girlfriend. I just sat down and started sweating without uttering a word. My mom started counting how good and submissive this lady is. And with all her beauty, she's still very respectful and a marriage material. I then told my family to give me time to talk to the lady because I haven't even proposed marriage to her yet. They agreed and gave me 2 weeks to come back to them with a response. But my mom said in the meeting that it's a must that I must marry that lady. Later that day, I called her that I'm in town so she could come home for us to talk. She came as I stated. We spoke at length, and indeed she revealed to me that she has been in love with me right from onset. But she didn't know how to tell me because of the kind of job she does, which brought us together. She claimed she's no longer doing hookup, and that if only I will agree to marry her, she's ready to be that wife I wish for. Sisters, I'm confused now. I don't know if I should tell my mom who she is or was, or I should marry her, believing that she's a changed person. Yes, I like her, but I have never thought of marrying her as a wife. She's good and neat everywhere. Sisters, what should I do? And this is by Mr. M. Sicho, you have that stare. What's going on in your mind?
I remember back in the day, there used to be a gospel singer, and there was a story around her about the fact that she used to be a hookup girl. Back in the day, there was another word for it before she got married. I don't know why somebody would think that a person's qualities are diminished simply because of some sort of lifestyle that she used to live.
Yeah.
I think it's very unfair on the woman. I think a woman has a lot more to offer than just the fact that she's into whatever.
Yeah.
Not to condone hookup though. I think we women we should respect ourselves a lot more than doing some of these things, because it comes back to bite you in the ass.
Somehow, always,
you know?
yeah.
But that being said, I don't think that should be a reason why a man should decide on whether to marry you or not. And I think it's unfair on the man to make that decision solely based on
who she
whether,
was. Yeah.
Yes, whether she did hook up in the past or is still doing it or not. And I think it rather affords him time, if he likes her and she also likes him, it affords him time to actually get to know this person, because it's simply not a good enough reason to say you don't want to marry this person.
Yes.
In my opinion, I think it's just an unfair assessment of the girl.
Yeah, and to think of it, 5 years.
Yeah.
You've been seeing this person for 5 years.
Yeah.
Anytime you come to Ghana,
Yeah.
I feel like
and
you
it's
also
an
have a
indictment
bit
on him himself too, as a man, that you are capable of doing this. You are in the same boat with him.
Exactly.
Why are you complaining?
Both of you are hookup people.
Both of you are hookup people. Why are you complaining? It means you could have picked up a prostitute on the roadside and done whatever you wanted to do with the person. But now when it got to marriage there, she's not good enough to be married. Why? So you could go and marry someone else and still be seeing her in the corner.
Right.
She's just good for hookups. Why? Why do some men just want to put some women in certain boxes?
In a box, yeah.
You know, it's not fair. And to be very honest, it is these same men who put women in these positions. Then now they turn around and want to go and get a perfect woman and marry. It's just wrong. It's ridiculous. He should marry her.
True.
Yeah. Yeah.
Olivia.
Yeah. I'm wondering who he's expecting the woman to go and marry.
Yes.
Exactly.
You've
You
been
have
together
hooked up with her
for 5 years.
Hooking up.
Has she given you a reason to think she's cheating on you or she's gone back to a hookup lifestyle? No. She has good relationship with your mom
Yeah.
and your family. So if you didn't think she was marriage material enough and you were hooking up, like what? It's a bit dicey, because that conversation has not been had between both of them. So they didn't define the relationship. It's been, well, maybe they did, because they both know that it's a hookup thing.
Yeah.
But the fact that he was in the know, it's been 5 years, constant shagging one person
Yes.
over and over. Now she
Calling the
knows-
same person.
calling
Always.
the same person.
There are how
So-
many million people?
Exactly. So it means that she ticks your box,
In a way.
like your
In a
boxes,
way.
in a way. You know, and even your mom is full of praise about her. And she hasn't given you reason to kind of doubt the whole, even though your relationship has not been defined. She hasn't given you any reason to doubt her.
Yeah.
She's been, you know, as far as I'm concerned, per what you're saying, she's been faithful.
Yeah.
You know, she's been good
Per
girl
the
material,
standards of,
per your standards and everything. And for you to come back to say, you cannot even think about marrying her, but you can think about sleeping with her and it's okay. So if you're sitting down, you're thinking you cannot marry her, then why are you with her? You can't conveniently be enjoying her if you think that she's not going to be, you know, a marriage material for you. And your mom is giving you pressure to settle down, and your mommy thinks that she is marriage material because you why is the pot calling the kettle black?
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
You're also a hookup boy.
Exactly, you're also a hookup boy. So if your mom thinks she's marriage material, but you don't think she's marriage material, why are you still with her? Why are you hooking up? It means that your energy and your focus should be on actually getting a wife to settle down with. So if you don't want her to be your wife, you have no business hooking up with her. So it's either that you accept her for who she is and you forgive her and you decide when you like her, you gel with her. Marriage is about finding that perfect person
That
to
person
gel
that works
with.
for you, exactly.
You can't hold her past against her.
Yeah.
Have that conversation with her. Tell her that, okay, I'm considering.
If she makes you happy, why not?
And you should be in a place of you're the last person to be judgmental here.
Exactly.
He who's without sin should be the first to cast the first stone. You're with sin. So it's either you're sitting her down and having a conversation with her because you must like her. It's either you like her or you don't like her. If you think that she's not marriage material, tell her. But if you're considering her to get married to her, have a conversation with her, score things, settle things, tell her that you want to marry her, and then let her know. And then from there, the day that you decide that, okay, you want to consider her being your wife, do not hold her past against her. Don't raise it up in conversations. That day that you say, okay, you're actually going to consider to marry her, you're both of sin. Don't raise it up ever. Give yourselves a clean slate. Give her a chance. Enjoy her. Get married already. As far as I'm concerned, you should be married to her already. Men, like, I'm sick and tired of men who just don't know what they want. It's not that you want her, you don't. It's like she's on the hook. It's like, oh, you want to be playing with her, but you want to marry a virgin. So won't you come and marry me? Like, no, you can't. Like, it's not fair. So decide what to. So, okay, you want to know what to do.
Marry her.
Marry her.
I noticed a lot of men.
If you think that you don't want to marry her, let her
Very
go. And when you marry
undecisive
her,
of what they really want.
when you marry her, don't hold her past against her, because as far as I'm concerned, it's been 5 years. She's not done anything to make you think that she's not worth.
They don't marry the person they gel with. They marry the one that fits society's standard of what a good wife material should look like. And then they don't gel in any sphere of the word gelling.
And I'm sure the sex is great.
Yes.
So if the sex is great,
That's why he stuck around for 5 years.
thank you.
Exactly.
So
You've been around for 5 years.
legalize it.
You've been coming back to the country and still calling the same person while you have seen other girls.
Yeah.
And we all know how Accra can be during holidays. There are so many girls coming into the country. But you keep calling one person.
There's something
See,
in
you
there.
really like her.
Yeah.
I believe he likes her. But it's just that
It's the
thing
hookup
of
thing that is.
even apart from the hookup thing, even we call people prostitutes. Who made them prostitutes?
Exactly.
Thank you.
Who is the
Were
one
they
that they
sleeping
are
with
prostituting
animals?
with?
They were
Do you
sleeping with
understand?
men.
You understand? So like the whole name calling is what I find very funny. But I think deep down this man likes her. But Rosie, what do you think?
I can understand where Olivia and Sicho are coming from. That is the ideal situation. That's the truth. But I don't think the man even deserves this girl.
Yeah.
True.
So in my opinion, I would say that don't marry her so I can do the girl a favor. Now, from what I know about men, once they start dating you for a while, 6 months, 8 months, 1 year, they know whether they would want to consider living with you or not. They would know this. Now, for him to date you for 5 years, and it's his mother who is bringing his attention to the fact that you could be a potential mate, it means that you have never thought of her as a life partner in that light. And you know, initially when he referred to her as a hookup girl, that's the initial introduction. Throughout the whole story, he kept referring to her as the hookup girl, not even my hookup girl. The hookup girl. Mentally, he still sees her as the one. And maybe he's just a cheap guy. He did a hookup first, paid for it, and after paying for it, she's realized that, oh, Charlie, I can maintain this one. Economies of scale. As you keep doing, the rates will keep coming down, and now she even likes me. Look, why did you take? Look, if the girl was truly a hookup girl, why did you take her to your home?
Yeah.
See, no serious man takes a hookup girl to their parents' house unless he is so cheap that he can't even go and pay a hotel bill. He can't pay a hotel bill or pay some place so that you can do your business discreetly. So you have to utilize your room in your mother's house so that you don't pay an extra X amount for hotel bills. If truly you see the girl as a hotel bill. So me, I'm just saying, this guy's probably a cheapskate.
Yeah, he is.
Who wants to eat his cake and have it? You're hooking up with a girl. Because listen, sometimes nobody can change anybody, but it takes an aha moment for you to change. So for instance, we have people who are hookup girls, prostitutes, or they're not even prostitutes, but they just go around messing around people, both men and girls alike. But you realize that sometimes you just meet somebody, and whatever love you have for the person, you want to change for the person. It's not the person asking you to change. You yourself, you hit that aha moment. And like, you know what? I really love this person. I want to change for the person. And I believe that's what the girl is going through. Because she really wants to change for you. And she has changed for you. And she's looking at you in a certain light. But he, the guy, no, he's not ready to settle. Even if he wants to settle, not with you. He hasn't even considered thinking of you as a normal girl. He still sees you as a hookup person after 5 years. So my question is, like, if it's the lady who was selling this thing, I said, Charlie, madam, don't even get close to the mother. Because you see, this in-law thing, and look, when you have good in-laws, sometimes what happens is that you are drawn to the fact that you have good in-laws. And then you are made to condone a lot of horrible excesses in your actual relationship because your mother-in-law is nice. your father-in-law is nice. So you realize that there are a lot of excesses you just condone from their child because you have fantastic in-laws. They treated you nice, treated you well. But the thing is that a decorated monkey is still a monkey. So if the guy doesn't want you, doesn't respect you, always sees you as a hookup girl, there is no day that he's going to see you as a normal person worthy of love. Now, even if out of respect for his mother, he decides to go ahead and marry you, that's even the problem. He's his mama's boy. The day that his mother will get up and say, Charlie, don't marry her again, you step out.
Yeah.
Now, beyond that, even if he shows respect to his mother and marries you, every argument,
Hookup girl.
that'll be the first insult. Every argument that comes up,
from the streets.
you are picked you from the street. You are hook up, a shower now, you go for the that, you know.
That's true.
And things like that. You know, those are the insults that will come out first.
If she calls her, if he ever calls her a shower, I mean, she should call him customer.
Exactly.
Yeah, so those are the insults that will come out first. So my take is that, look, do this girl, not even yourself, do this lady a favor. And like Olivia said, have a one-on-one word with her and tell the lady, look, listen, I know we've had this thing going on for 5 years, and I'm not interested in you. I can't see myself getting married to you. And explain to her that, look, listen, I'm not even ready to settle. I'm not ready for this marriage thing. And I really don't appreciate you getting so intertwined with my family. Break up with her, make it painful, so she will leave. And I keep saying that, look, when you love somebody, so you have to make the breakup, like make it, it should be sharp. Not that one that your one leg is in and then you are dancing, how do you call it?
One leg to the right.
Go to the left. Go to the left. No. It has to be, you see, it's like that. The girl will have a heartbreak. And you see, in the next 6 months, 1 year, when she's recovering from that heartbreak, she'll look back and thank you for releasing her at that time. Because wasting 5 years of her time is better than wasting 10 years of her time.
Yeah.
So I would say that, look, my dear, if you like the girl, you are appreciative of the fact that, you know, she's giving you consistent, good, exceptional, how do you call it? A premier service. Out of respect for
First
that,
class.
Let her go. Let me borrow Olivia's words. But
you see, a lot of men, to add to that, a lot of men are selfish.
Very.
I'm using
emotionally selfish.
They are emotionally selfish. So what then happens is most men want to eat their cake and have it. They want you there, but not the main one. You should be there. You are good enough to remain there in the side where they can come and use you when and when they please. So most men never really leaves. And it's unfortunate he's the one sending the letter, so the advice cannot really go to the lady. But I wish ladies have this clear understanding that if somebody likes you, he likes you. He will make a simple decision. Anything that beyond 1 year the person has not decided, please walk away. There's no time to waste.
And even if they decided and they are messing up,
yes, please walk away.
It reminds me of this the movie Pretty Woman. When he found out that he really liked the hookup lady, he ended up, he had his challenges, but he decided, I was going to choose you no matter what. And he gave his friend a very big beating, but he decided it was you and he stuck with her. So also you to decide, if it's her, it's her. Let her know now. If it's not, like Rosie is saying, Jana wanna go.
But you know, when you think of it, there are so many questions. Why would someone that sees himself as a responsible man go after a hookup?
You know, as for that one, listen, let's just say that I don't even want to go into the details of that. I don't want to go into the details. Everybody has their reason for doing one thing or another. And the fact that it's a friend who introduced this lady to him, it means that I'll probably just think that maybe he's not someone who just wants to carry anybody off the streets. He wants someone who has a bit of credibility.
But still,
no, hold on, please. Let me land.
Dirty.
Let me land. I'm not saying it's just that. Let me land. Slow down. So I'm just saying that, look, I don't want to even go into the discussion of why you choose to go to a hookup thing. My thing is that, look, listen, no Berman, he's not deserving of this girl.
That's true.
And it's possible that the girl is even not a hookup girl. The girl may probably be a girl who probably doesn't have a stable boyfriend yet and is trying to sort herself out and knows the friend. And because the friend said, I want somebody I can hook up with, the friend probably thought, oh, there's this girl who is available. But because your intention was to come and meet a hookup girl, whichever girl was presented to you or introduced to you, automatically you think is a hookup girl. Because there are people who are just waiting for love or looking for love.
Yes,
so they are single.
Yes, true.
So if a friend comes...
If he actually paid for her service.
No, hold on. you see, look, sometimes the guy can even pay the guy, but the money may not even reach the girl. And I'm just saying that, look.
Sometimes the girls will take the money.
Sometimes the girls will take the money. I'm just saying that, look, there are girls who are single. They've been broken-hearted. They've been disappointed.
Just looking for love.
They are looking for love. They are looking for a way out. They are looking
In
for
strange
something.
places,
and maybe
yeah.
in strange places, strange things. Maybe she's like, look, this thing, I don't do, but look, you know what, I'm tired. Let me just take my mind off this. I'm not justifying anything. But my approach is that with regards to this story, I think that the man himself now, correct.
Yeah.
That'd be the whole story. I don't even want to go into the discussion of why did he even go and pick a hookup girl. That one, I can't go into because it's a whole psychology on its own.
Yeah, true. But I will say this for the record. Any man who picks up a hookup girl, a prostitute, you are a damaged human being. Full stop. End of story. There is no dilly-dallying around this. You're a damaged person.
That
I've
we
said
agree.
this before, that, look, if you are my boyfriend and I ever hear that you've dated or you've gone around picking girls on the streets, that's the end of that relationship because you're a dirty person.
Well,